Well, hello. I am understanding today Facebook may be having a little bit of a challenge with their Facebook live broadcast. So hopefully this is coming through okay for everyone. And I just wanted to wait just a couple of seconds here to allow everybody to connect. And I'm excited. We are into the fall season. And depending on when you are watching this Facebook Live, hey Mike, how are you? Thanks for coming on. We got California on the Facebook Live now. But what I want to do is to let you know to stay by till the end of the Facebook Live today. If you'd like to have some promotion on a syndicated radio show, one of my vendor sponsors of my boot camp just made a phenomenal offer. Actually, it's a gift. And so I'll just tell you about that at the end. But what I wanted to do today is, we've had a lot of talk about fake news lately. And what is it? What isn't it? It's just something around the water cooler. Hey, Rose, thanks for coming on. And what I wanted to look at is it good for business? Now, you might think that this is about a political, religious topic, and it isn't. This is about how we receive information as a community of the world. A couple of days ago, I said, be careful who you listen to because your success depends on it. And that was the whole Facebook Live. That was on the individual side. This is on the global scale. What it is about fake news. And let me tell you what it was that stimulated this whole idea. One is that there was a Garyism, or is a Garyism that I have, is that facts are stories until they become beliefs. Facts are stories until they become beliefs. Hey, Don, thanks for coming on. And what I mean by that is that we have a set of circumstances that create a story, and when it's believed by enough people, it becomes a, quote, known fact. So one of the things that really took me to this direction was last night I was watching the news and there was a commercial that came on, and it was all about the flu season. Now, I was first introduced to this through Tony Robbins, and Tony had a really neat perspective on it. Number one, that means that the flu bug has a mind and it knows that it's now in season for it to come into our lives. And something else that was really interesting, when we started seeing all these flu viruses being named back in the 60s and 70s, and it's continued on now, is that they all had what he called commie names. So we had the Beijing flu, we had the bird swine flu, or whatever that thing is, but they were the Hong Kong flu. So what we were doing is putting a connotation. Hey, Cher, thanks for coming on. By the way, Cher Murphy, if you guys don't know Cher, connect with her on Facebook. She is the reason that I was able to get on PBS. She is a fantastic PR agent. So I'll give you that shout out, Cher. So when we have this information and we start believing that this is the flu season, now we're susceptible to the reaction of that. And when we start looking at flu season, as you start watching the news reports, and they'll start giving you actual numbers of how many flu sessions are out there, or people in the hospital, or maybe even having succumbed to it, but it really takes full force in January. Well, what happens right before January? Well, we have a lot of parties, we have a lot of stress, we have cold weather that's starting to happen in full force, so we're into that transition now. So we can be more susceptible to those commie bugs, if you will, the flu virus, whatever it might be. And so when I was really looking at this topic, then I took it into the business realm. And what is it that we are being told at times? That the economy's bad. And I like asking that question to my audiences a lot of times, where I ask, is the economy good? And I ask people to vote, and is the economy bad? And I get about 50-50, where it really is the same economy, but what is our perspective to it? And things like interest rates are going up. We have heard that interest rates are going up forever. You better run now because they're going to go up. Well, of course they are. That is the natural course. But we have this quote, fake news that comes out, and sometimes it's even in advertising. And the one that I was thinking about this morning was, I believe it was, well, I'm not going to name the brand because I'll probably get in trouble, but there was a toothpaste that said 4 out of 5 dentists recommend, or was it gum, or but it was a dental hygiene. But it was mouthwash. 4 out of 5 dentists recommend this product. My thought always was, how many dentists did they ask? 5? But in the essence of the fake news, of the assumption within the information that we're giving, it's the worldwide, that 4 out of 5 of all dentists, they didn't put that word in there, but do we hear it? Do we assume that that is a common understanding, that it truly is an industry-wide opinion that 4 out of 5 out of every dentist out there believes that this is the product you should be using? So what can we do about it? And the action step is really the good side. What does it matter to us as business owners when we really start looking at the news out there? So the first thing is to think about it. Does it make sense, or does it fulfill I think, what was it called? There's a test. The smell test. Does it sound or smell a little icky, or how can that be? Is it truly one of those things that we go, well, is it too good to be true? And then the other thing is, keep your activity up, because when this information comes out into the general community, unfortunately, a lot of people believe it. People believe there's certain times a year that it's better to be in business and that you can sell more and that you can engage with your community more. And in my mind, in my world, that's totally false. But the good news for those of us that choose to ignore that stimulus is that there are fewer people out there within our industries that are showing people that they're there to engage with. That means that we show up faster and at a higher level. Also, again, in that elevate and separate proposition, we are able to showcase ourselves as we're still in the game. And the other thing is to really showcase this concept to your tribe, that just because the news says something doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Whether or not it's an advertising or it's a overstatement of some sort, but the thing is that as we stay engaged, literally we're helping everyone else stay engaged. And that's really, I think, one of the purposes that we have as business owners, is to keep the economy going by keeping going, by having this flow of connection with people out there. Hey, Kimberly, Warren, thanks for coming on. And really, what makes it all worthwhile is that we're able to weather the storms, no matter what they are or what the information may or may not be true that is coming into our lives. So with that, I promised you that there was something special that was happening. The Experience Pros radio show, it's a syndicated radio show that actually is here in Denver, Colorado. And they're syndicated, I believe, in 17 states, something like that now. And they came to me. They're one of my sponsors at the boot camp that I do. It's a 3-day boot camp twice a year that I've mentioned a couple of times here on the Facebook Lives. Last Friday, they emailed me and said, anybody that is brand new that registers for the boot camp, they're going to give them a full segment, a 12 to 13-minute segment on their radio show for free. And so it doesn't matter if you're a member of their organization or not. That's something they just wanted to do. It came out of the blue. I really didn't expect it. We hadn't even spoke about it. But when it came up, I just goes, wow. And here's the special part. You guys are the first people to know about it. I had let a few people within my client base know about it. And now this is becoming open to the public. So if you have any questions, you can check on the Gary at GaryBarnesInternational.com. That's my personal email address. You can reach out to me there. Or the bootcamp information on the landing page is also in the words above the video. So thank you guys so much. And on Friday, I may or may not be here. Normally at 1 o'clock I am. But I will be training with Tanya Waring with our 100K Impact Coach certification group. We have a 2-day training here in Denver, Friday and Saturday. So if I get a chance, I will jump on Friday. Otherwise, I will be back here on Monday at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. So I have a great day. And like I've said in the past, I just appreciate each and every one of you coming on and, you know, just being a part of this community, because it just means a lot for all of us to give that impact, that input. And I love seeing all the things that you have shared as we have done these Facebook Lives. And in fact, on Monday, I'm going to do this. I've had some of my Facebook Lives picked up by YouTube, and they're putting it out into their recommended viewing list. And I just received a email from my virtual assistant on how that is happening. So I'm going to share that with you on Monday. So with that, have a great day. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.